Hello everyone, thank you for joining us today as we launch the Future of Blockchain University Hackathon 2024. I hope you're all excited to get started. We have students from all over the world joining us today. Right, so let's start off. Firstly, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Rebecca. I'm the program manager for this hackathon, which means I'll be in contact with you during the hackathon for support. If you have any questions or concerns, please let me know. My job is to make sure you have a smooth and successful hackathon journey. If this is your first hackathon and you have any questions, no matter how small, ask me. I'm here to support. So, to start off, for those who do not know, I want to introduce Encode Club. We are a global education community focusing on emerging technology. This encompasses Web3 and AI. We help developers learn, build, and forge their careers in emerging technology. What we do is we run loads and loads of educational programs. We have Educate, which are programs giving broad overviews of ecosystems and technologies. We have boot camps, which are 6 to 8 week programs and are more technical than Educates. We have hackathons, which is what we're here to do today, where you'll learn through building. You'll build cool projects and potentially win some prizes. We have accelerators, which follow on from hackathons and take early stage projects, supporting them as they launch into full-scale startups. We also do recruitment events. So there's loads going on in the Encode Club community. Make sure to read our newsletter to find out what's going on and what programs you could join in the future. But today we are here to talk about the Future of Blockchain University Hackathon. First off, I wanted to explain a bit about hackathons. For some of you, this may be your first ever hackathon. You've never hacked before. And I realize that it can be quite an intimidating word to be called a hacker, to be referred to as a hacker. And I just wanted to make sure that nobody is misunderstanding what a hackathon is. It's not hacking in the Hollywood sense of the word. In a hackathon, you learn by building projects based on bounties set by sponsors who you're going to meet very shortly. We live in a world where there's so much information readily available for us, but you need to be motivated to go and search for it. And a hackathon encourages you to do this by giving you a task and challenges to complete and skills to gain. So you're going to be creative, you're going to problem solve, and you're going to learn loads and loads over the next 7 weeks. For students especially, hackathons and project building looks great on a CV. So that is a bit about what hackathons are. If you have any questions, if you're a new hacker, please reach out to me. I'm really happy to explain more about what's expected of you and what you're going to do. But there's also loads of resources online, so do check it out. Now I'm going to invite Omji Park to the stage to come and inspire us all. She is the head of research and operations at Encode Club.
Hi, hello everyone. I'm here. Very excited to see everyone here, especially like Future of Blockchain University Hackathon is one of my favorite, as I started whole my career going to hackathon for fun. So during my study time or like ending my study over the weekend right before COVID, I used to go to Web2 hackathons, even with a, like sleeping bag and sleeping at the venue on the floor. And then, oh my God, someone say Korean annyeong there in the chat. So annyeong everyone. So I started like all my career in something I'm interested in a little bit outside of my curriculum, So I originally studied mechanical engineering with the control theory used to make embedded system, but in the hackathon, I could make just anything I'm interested in. And here I am now in blockchain space, contributing to the beautiful talents who are interested in emerging tech and learning blockchain and AI. So today is interesting time to see every one of you who are interested in building something cool, and you're going to learn a lot of new things with great mentors. This is perfect timing. Thanks to COVID, a lot of online program has been spawning, and then there's a bunch of opportunity to build something and contributing remotely, even something open source and so on. No, you are not late. Someone is asking if you're late. You're not late to this kickoff either, and also over movement that you can build something new. You might be wondering if you're not good enough or still too junior, but please don't doubt your skill. You are never late. This is your first step. If it's your first hackathon, If not, it usually takes a few hackathons to, get the sense of what kind of skill set you can utilize within limited time frame and what kind of apps you're interested in building further. So please utilize this chance to learn about yourself, your friends, meeting future co-founders. There's a lot of opportunity coming up. Long story short, this is like brilliant opportunity to get to know friends and new tech. So please utilize 100%. If you have any other questions, please approach me, Rebecca, and all the mentors around you. They're just here for supporting you. So please use that. Otherwise, I am very looking forward to see your project and perhaps in 2 years, seeing your name next to Unicorn Startup. So everyone, good luck.
Thank you, Omji. Always inspiring. And oh no, I've lost my slides. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, thank you, Omji, for those really inspiring words. Okay, so next up is the just very quickly, we need to go through the Encode Club Code of Conduct. This is an important part of all people-facing events. So just a few things to bear in mind. This is very important. Throughout the hackathon, you need to make sure that you're being respectful and courteous of all attendees. You must treat everyone with respect and courtesy. That includes sponsors, judges, fellow participants, and the Encode Club team. We have a zero tolerance policy towards harassment. So that means bullying, anything inappropriate, you will just be banned from the hackathon and all future Encode Club events. So please do bear that in mind. Cheating and plagiarism is not allowed, so all submissions must be your own work. If you do fork someone else's work, you need to, or if you're collaborating or forking someone's work and building upon it, you need to reference them and not represent the work as your own. So collaborate with integrity. This means that you work honestly with your teams and you give credit where credit is due. And as I say, the consequences for violations are that you will be disqualified and removed from future events. So just bear that in mind. We want to create a positive and supportive experience for everyone so everyone can get the most out of this hackathon. So now we're going to move on to the fun part of the launch. We're going to hear from our sponsors. It's time to learn about what they do, what their bounties are, and a bit more about them. Every sponsor is also hosting a dedicated workshop this week and next week, so we will be hearing more from them. But for today, we're just going to hear 1 or 2 minutes from each of our sponsors about them and their bounties. So starting off with Nethermind.
Everybody, it's an absolute honor and a pleasure to be here with you guys, and I'm excited to see what you're going to come up with. I'm from Nethermind. Nethermind is a blockchain and research company, engineering company, and we are based in the UK, but our developers are all over the world. We are a truly global company, and in Nethermind, the focus is on innovation, and you'll see that through our bounties that we're going to be introducing straight away. So the first bounty is cryptography for society. Now, in cryptography for society, you can build we expect you to build a cryptographic tool that supports social good, that benefits society in some way. Your project can focus on areas such as privacy, accessibility, identity, but it's not limited to those fields. It's really limited by your own imagination and your creativity. So what we need from you, we welcome any application, provided you can demonstrate how it serves the greater good. So build a cryptographic tool, show us how it serves the greater community, how it benefits the community, and we're happy to have a look at it and evaluate it. Prizes, we've got 2 prizes for this one. There's a $1,000 first prize and a second prize of $500. These are not pool prizes. The project or the tool that we find is best wins the $1,000, and you obviously split that with your team. The next project, let's just see what you got on there, is build starknet.anything. Now, if you know anything about Nethermind, you'll know 2 things. We are best known for our Nethermind Ethereum client, but also for our partnership and the way that we build and drive StarkNet. So we're a StarkNet partner, and we invite you to build absolutely anything on StarkNet. So what does that mean? What does anything mean? It means creating a smart contract, deploying it on StarkNet, and seeing it do stuff. We want to see innovation. We want to see creativity. We want to see how you create a mini payment system. We want to see how you create some tool that integrates with one of the existing wallets like Argent or Bravos. We'd like to see integration with Telegram. Whatever you build, if it's on StarkNet, you can enter it. And once again, 2 prizes, a first prize of $1,000 and a second prize of $500. Now, third, but definitely not least, in Nethermind, there's a massive focus and drive towards agentic future. Agentic meaning AI agents. We want you to build an autonomous AI agent that can independently perform meaningful actions on chain. And it can interact or integrate with blockchain infrastructure, but we need you to make it meaningful. We're looking for projects that demonstrate genuine agency, where an AI can reason about, plan, and execute blockchain operations with minimal human oversight. So when we look at the prize and when we start thinking about which projects that's been submitted are the best, we'll look at autonomous agents that can interact with DeFi protocols, AI-driven DAO or DAO governance systems, agents that can deploy and manage smart contracts, multi-agent systems for decentralized coordination, on-chain verification of agent actions, and novel applications of agent-based systems in blockchain. So 2 prizes, first prize of $1,000, second prize of $500. We invite you to get hacking.
Thank you very much, Lou from Nethermind. So 3 really exciting bounties there, but there is so much more to come. So now we're going to have Citrea, Citrea come on stage. So I'm going to move you backstage and we're going to invite Talib from Citrea to come and explain a bit about them and their bounties.
You see me? I used to have a background, but I don't know where it is. So anyways, my room is also cool. So hi everyone. My name is Talib. I'm a DevRel engineer at Citrea. Okay, what is Citrea? So that's a nice and tough question, but let me oversimplify this a bit, and I think it could be a good one. So Citrea is basically a chain that has some connections to Bitcoin in terms of its data and in terms of its assets. Meaning that the idea is essentially Bitcoin is like quite decentralized and secure, and ideologically the bestest chain that you can ever get. But it has its own problems, like it's slow and it is most of the times a bit expensive. So in that sense, we're basically trying to make a chain that has some connections with Bitcoin that you can utilize on your own, so that we take some load out of Bitcoin and try to make it easier for everyone to use their Bitcoin in any way that they want. And in that sense, we have a cool chain and a cool bridge, which you may know or not, or maybe learn during this hackathon. What are the rollups? What are the chains? What are the bridges? Whatever. But the idea is essentially we have a separate chain that works, and this chain is EVM compatible. It's just like Ethereum. And if you manage to learn some smart contract development, then you can do anything on Citrea, which is actually what we will cover on our workshop as well. But yeah, so we had some funding as well, so we're quite keen to ship for the future. So speaking of our bounties, so I thought a lot about what to put, but then I decided to make a general bounty category overall, because like I recall my first times doing small hacks, and then like there were different bunch of words that I was struggling to understand in the limited time. So in that sense, I decided to keep the bounty quite general, but this doesn't mean that you need to be afraid of all the different choices. Just pick a word and try to understand what it is, and then if you really understand it, then try to ship something. You have quite some time, indeed, like weeks, I believe. And in weeks you can really build something great that you can claim a great bounty of $2,000. And I will be quite active on Discord. So if you want to ask something, learn something, or discuss something, you can just reach out to me. And hopefully you will be the one who wins this bounty. So overall.
Thank you very much, Talib. So that is a bit about Citrea and their bounty. Now we're going to hear about the iExec bounty. So I'm going to move Talib backstage again, and we're going to invite Martin up.
Hi everyone, nice to meet you. I'm really happy to be here with all of you. It's really exciting. So I'm going to talk about, I'm Martin, the role at iExec, and I'm going to talk about a little bit about our technology. So iExec, we are providing flexible solution tools to protect, manage, and monetize your data within the Web3 ecosystem. And for that, we are leveraging decentralized confidential computing technology. Don't be scared, there is a workshop right after, and I will explain everything, but it's quite simple. Typical security measures protect data at rest or in transit. And with our technology, you can protect data in use. It means that you can compute and process data in a total private and confidential way. And we are using for that two tools. I think you can pass to the next slide. We have a first one called Data Protector and Data Protector Sharing. It's a tool that allows builders to protect, manage, and monetize data within the Web3 ecosystem, as I said. And it's quite simple to use. It's a kind of plug and play tool. It's an SDK. You just need to run npm install, then you can right after use our technology. It's quite simple, and you can build a lot of marketplace, different use case. So what we are waiting for is more something around RWA, real world asset, some monetization platform where you can sell, buy some stuff, and or decentralized password manager, for instance. There is a lot of use cases described in the Bounty guide that Uncode provides in your beautiful dashboard. And then you've got the first price. Can you just come back? First price, yeah, 3,000, 2,500. And there is best integration of Web3 Mail. Web3 Mail, it's tools, it's a way to send email directly to an Ethereum address without knowing or storing the email. That's quite amazing. So no more scam. So you can use it as a notification system on your platform. You can use it like a mailing list tools. Feel free to create some crazy idea with that. We are waiting for creativity for sure, and feel free to ask any question if you need about our tools. And then there is the third track. It's the non-coding track, because it's for certain your first hackathon and maybe you're not confident with code. So we are proposing a non-coding track. It means you can read our documentation, try to use our tools, even if you don't build something with it. You can provide some feedback. It's really, really valuable for us because we are building tools for builders, but we want to build it with builders. So we definitely need your feedback about documentation, how you feel using our tool, if it's easy or not, if you find some maybe mistake in the documentation. So we are providing a template, a feedback template. Feel free to improve it. But yeah, it's really important for us. So if I can give you just a quick few tips for your hackathon, don't stay alone, build a team, even if you don't know each other, meet new people, start your community, your network, ask for help and advice, share your idea with mentor, staff. Just contact me if you've got an amazing idea, chat with us, we can organize a meeting, start early. Please don't wait the last week to build something to start your if it's possible, start straight after and ask a question. There is no dumb question, especially in Web3. It's cutting edge technology. So if you don't know something, a world technology, feel free to ask. And the last step is enjoy. Hackathon is really amazing. I've done my first hackathon a few years ago, and it was the beginning of my Web3 journey, and I traveled all around the world. So it's quite amazing, guys. So really have fun and enjoy.
Thank you, Martin, especially for all that advice. Definitely, we agree with all of those statements. Especially don't start late. This is a 7-week hackathon, so you have some flexibility in timing, but don't leave it until the last week, because then you'll be wanting technical support, but then everyone is busy building. Start as early as possible, so that you give yourself the best chance possible. And we're going to invite Zane from Spectral to the stage.
Hey everyone, great to be here. Nice to meet you all. Super excited about the hackathon and looking forward to what all of you will build. I think all these projects, there's a lot of room to do really interesting things and learn a lot and build something cool. So yeah, can't wait. Spectral, we work on LLM-driven systems that interact on chain. So specifically, a lot of people using blockchains today are interested in trading, and that's what our bounty will be related to. So this idea of some agent, which is very similar to what was discussed in the Nethermind proposal, we want some autonomous system that will manage your portfolio for you, basically. You could think about this as some advisor. So, the spectrum of this, it sounds kind of crazy to just go to ChatGPT and say, hey, what should I do? The results you get there for some things are not that great. On the other side of the spectrum, you have this agent system where, okay, now you're feeding real-time data about pricing. Now you're maybe feeding sentiment or news and then asking for a specific decision and giving the system the tool, to actually execute that decision. Then things, become really interesting and from what we've seen so far, work surprisingly well. So yeah, that's what the bounty will be about. The prizes are here. The nice thing about this one is that it's a good mix between working with LLMs and working with on-chain data. So whatever you're most interested in, there's a lot of different directions you can go towards. All of this sounds, it's a lot of words. So I'll just echo what Omji said in the beginning, is that it's definitely approachable. You're all more than capable of building something really cool on top of this. We'll have a great starter kit so you can reference all of this if you're brand new to one or all of these things. It'll be very approachable and we'll provide support for all of this. And so yeah, good luck and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you very much, Zane. So that's a bit about the Spectral Bounty. Now we would like to talk about the Koii Bounty.
Hey guys, Avi from Koii here, head of DevRel at Koii Network. So sorry I couldn't be there in person, but I'm going to record this for you guys so that you guys can still get from zero to hero with a Koii task and get really excited about the bounty we have going on. So for those of you who don't know, Koii Network is a DPIN. Basically that means we're a fancy blockchain cloud compute protocol. And what that means is that you can build your apps on Koii and take advantage of a huge compute network to do all the work. So what does it really look like? Well, Koii is a Web 2 friendly framework, which means that you don't need to know anything about the blockchain, anything about the DevOps. We take care of all the heavy lifting, all the smart contracts, the tokenization, and all that fun stuff. So you just get to, all that boring stuff. So you just get to focus on building an app. What I mean by that is you just have to use JavaScript, Express, React, the tools that you know and love to actually build all of your stuff. Deploy the app in a local testing environment, and then deploy it on the blockchain. We take care of all the rest. So I just want to go over a few things to help you get started so that you're not totally blind going into this. First off, Encode is going to supply you with a bunch of cool links. Something like creating your Finny wallet. It's a Chrome extension and you'll get some free tokens just for installing it. There's also the Easy Sandbox Guide. That's a series of tutorials that are going to help you get through the day. They start with really basic things like what is a Koii task, and we go all the way to building your first simple web crawler so that you know where to go. Feel free to use that as a template. We also want you to install the Koii desktop node. You're going to need to use that to run your task. We also have our prod debug tool, which lets you actually test your task without having to redeploy it constantly. We also have the Koii faucet. This is going to give you your first initial bit of Koii so that you can get going on the network. Sometimes, though, it takes a little bit of time. Don't worry. I'll be available in the Discord, and I'll be airdropping anybody who needs tokens for gas or just getting yourself started. Anything that you need, I'll be there for you. We also have the task template repository. The task template is basically a generic scaffolding. It's set up in a really easy way so that you can build your task and you can just get to the races. We also have a series of other templates, such as our X scraper task that lets you scrape X, and it has all of the default tools built in. On Koii, you can build literally any app, and in past hackathons, we've seen things from like student job helpers to help students get jobs, all the way to web crawlers or more advanced tools like people trying to build e-commerce solutions. Anything you can think, you can probably deploy. You'll notice that there's also some submission guidelines to help you get through the day, but overall, it's really, really easy, very Web 2 friendly. Last thing I want to say is that Koii has 30 plus prizes to give out. We're really, really excited about that. For us, it's just about building something, trying, and getting through the hurdles. So if you deploy something on Koii, no matter how good or bad it is, as long as it follows the submission guidelines, you're going to get a prize. So I really hope that incentivizes you to build something on Koii. Can't wait to see what you guys build. See ya.
So finally, we have one more prize, which is pretty unique to this hackathon, and that is the Student Community Competition Prize. So what this is the community partner or student society which has the most valid submissions in the Future of Blockchain Hackathon will win a prize. So there's 3 places. First prize is 500 USDC, second place is 250, and third place is 100. We already have over 30 student societies and community partners involved in this hackathon. If you are a part of a student society who hasn't already partnered with us, then get in touch with me and we can make that happen so that you can get involved in the student society community competition as well, because it's all good fun. So very quickly, we're going to talk a bit more about Hackathon Logistics, and then we're going to move on to our first workshop. What do you need to do if you would like help? For technical support, you'll find the Future of Blockchain Discord channel where you can tag the relevant team and get support. Omji briefly mentioned how you get into the Discord, but I'll also explain at the end of the session for those of you who missed it, and it will be explained in all of the emails that you get as well. Also, make sure that you attend the hackathon workshops. They're the best place to ask questions live and find out more about how to get started with all of the bounties. The teams want to make their bounty approachable, so they're going to give you all of the tools that you need in their workshops. Make sure that you read the hacker pack, which was sent to you in your onboarding email. It has everything you need to know about the bounties, the workshops, and how you submit your projects. And make sure you check your emails for resources and updates as they come out through the hackathon. We're here to support you, and we're going to be giving you all the information that you need. So just make sure that you read it so that you have the best chance. Very quickly, this is the hackathon roadmap. This is a 7-week hackathon, which is slightly longer than a normal online hackathon would be. And that is because we know how busy you are as students, and we've factored in a 2-week winter break. So although the hackathon is 7 weeks, we don't expect you to be hacking constantly for 7 weeks. You are allowed to take breaks. We don't want you to get burnt out by week 6. So the first week and second week is going to be the workshop weeks where you'll learn everything you need to know to start building. Week 3 and 4 are weeks that we will assume that you're building, and you can ask questions in the technical channels and talk to me if there's anything you need support with. Week 5 and 6 is running over winter break, so Christmas and New Year's. You are free to continue hacking. You can still ask questions. You might get slightly slower responses, but it's completely up to you. And then week 7 is ending on the 12th of January, which is our hackathon deadline at 11:59 p.m. In whatever time zone you're in. So it's somewhat flexible depending on where you are so that no one is disadvantaged. Finally, a little bit about the workshops that we have. Today, we're going to have the iExec workshop. On Wednesday, we're going to hear from Koii on how to build an app on Koii from zero to hero. On Friday, we have the Citrea workshop, which is about how to deploy a smart contract on Citrea. On next Monday, we have the Nethermind workshop on deploying your first Cairo smart contract. And on Wednesday, we have the Spectral workshop on using LLM-driven systems for on-chain trading decisions. So this is a very important one. This is a student hackathon, which means that one member of every team has to contain a student in order to be eligible for the hackathon. So because of this, we need to send out a form to collect the information about the university that you're attending and also your student society if you're participating in the student community competition, so that we can collect all the data and you don't miss out on any submissions for your society. So please keep an eye out on your emails. You need to respond to this survey or you won't be able to submit a project, you won't be eligible. So please tell us what university you're associated with. As I say, only one member of the team has to be associated with a university, but we need that information and we will be following up with you if you haven't responded. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the launch event. You can check out this little flow chart about what you need to do next in the Future of Blockchain Hackathon, depending on what stage you're at, as we invite our speaker Martin back to the stage for his workshop.